Developer fenced off my trail, so I rerouted their delivery trucks. Eleanor Voss had walked the same dirt trail every morning for 40 years. It connected her family's orchard to the county road, until the day a bulldozer parked across it. She was 58, silver hair braided under a faded ball cap, hands calloused from 3 decades of pruning apple trees. The Voss orchard had been in her family since 1958. The trail wasn't just a path, it was how her fruit trucks reached the highway. Then Meadow Ridge Estates broke ground next door. Its developer, Grant Callahan, was 45, always in a pressed blazer, always smiling like he already owned whatever he was looking at. He wanted the orchard land too, and when Eleanor refused to sell, his crew fenced off the trail overnight. Calling it private development property, Eleanor's trucks were forced onto a 7-mile detour through back roads. Her delivery contracts started slipping. Buyers wanted reliability, not excuses. Callahan sent one letter after another, a buyout offer, then a warning about trespass liability. If she tried to use the old trail again, she could have argued. Instead, she went to the county records office. Dale Whitfield, the recorder's clerk, pulled a box of yellowed deeds from 1962. Inside was the original grant, a recorded ingress and egress easement, written by her grandfather and the previous landowner, guaranteeing the Voss family permanent access across that exact strip of land, decades before Callahan's company ever bought it. But Eleanor kept reading, and what she found next changed everything. Callahan's own delivery trucks, the ones hauling lumber and drywall into Meadow Ridge, had been cutting across the back corner of her property for months. Not the trail, a separate gravel service road. No easement, no permission, just assumption. She hired a licensed surveyor, Priya Andrade, to stake the boundary. The survey came back clean. Callahan's trucks were driving illegally across Voss land every single day. Eleanor didn't call Callahan. She called her attorney. The certified letter that arrived at Meadow Ridge's office was simple. The 1962 easement proved her trail rights were protected. The new survey proved Callahan's trucks had none. Effective immediately, Voss Orchard was revoking all informal access across its property and filing a formal complaint with county code enforcement for the illegal fence blocking a recorded right-of-way. Inspectors came within the week. They confirmed the fence sat directly on top of Eleanor's easement. A violation notice went up on Callahan's own gate. At the county hearing, Eleanor didn't raise her voice once. She laid the 1962 deed on the table, then the surveyor's stamped map beside it. The board didn't need long to decide. The fence came down within 30 days, and Callahan's trucks lost their shortcut through her land the same afternoon. Now, his lumber trucks faced the same 7-mile detour. Her orchard trucks had suffered for weeks, except his crew was paying it in fuel, costs, and missed deadlines on a construction schedule already behind. 3 days later, Callahan showed up at her gate. No blazer this time, just a windbreaker and a much quieter voice. He wanted to talk about access for both of them. Eleanor listened, then set her terms. Her trail, restored and marked permanently. His trucks could use the service road, but only with a signed, recorded easement. Reviewed by her attorney, paid in writing. He signed it that week. The following Monday, her orchard truck rolled down the reopens trail. Gate posts, freshly painted, apples stacked high in the truck bed. Eleanor stood at the fence line, watching the dust settle behind it. She hadn't needed a single raised voice, a single threat, or a single lucky break. She'd needed a filing cabinet, a deed from each OR, and the patience to read every page. Some property lines are protected by fences. Hers was protected by paper, and paper, it turns out, remembers everything.